The moment we have been waiting for. Welcome to the graduation exercises for the class of 2025. Everyone, I present to you the graduates of Arlington High School's class of 2025. If you are able, please rise for the presentation of the colors by the Arlington Police Department Honor Guard. Honor Guard, forward, march. Honor Guard, mark time, march. Halt, flare, face. Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Please be seated. Thank you to our bagpiper, Mr. Hamish Blackman. The Honor Guard, and our amazing band conducted by Mr. Tino D'Agostino. Thank you to the ACMi, the Arlington Community Media Company, for providing the live streaming and recording of this event. In addition, language translation is being provided by Lexicate, and there is an access to this to a QR code in the graduation program book. On behalf of our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Elizabeth Holman, our Principal, Dr. Matthew Janger, the school committee, our entire administrative team and faculty, I am truly honored to welcome everyone to the graduation exercises for Arlington High School's class of 2025. Parents, guardians, caregivers, I hope that you are all gleaming with pride today. Your graduating student has reached this very special milestone, and I congratulate you on this very special day. Students, let's give our caregivers, parents, and guardians a round of applause, please. Yes. It takes a village to raise a child. To our teachers, thank you for your compassion, dedication, and outstanding work with this class. We are so lucky in Arlington to have such talented and dedicated teachers who inspire our students every day at school. Thank you. And most importantly, congratulations, class of 2025. Today we come together as one community to honor you and to celebrate your accomplishments. I get choked up because I love this class so much, so I'm sorry. You have been such a wonderful class to work with, and I am very, very proud of you. You will always hold a very special place in my heart, and thank you for being so amazing. And now it is my honor to introduce our principal, Dr. Matthew Janger.
Thank you, Mr. DiLoretto. Hang on, I'm a little tall. So first, welcome. I had to change my whole speech because of the weather. And I need these now. This is printed very large, and it's still not large enough. So, welcome to the 159th annual graduation ceremony for the Arlington High School. Here we are. My role at graduation is to begin the event with some acknowledgments, some gratitude, and hopefully a few words of wisdom or little lessons that you can take away. Try to keep it short. First, I do have to acknowledge, as I will over and over again during this speech, the weather. If we do not get a good downpour or a thunderstorm before the end of this event, I will be very, very ashamed of myself. We respectfully acknowledge that the town of Arlington is situated on the ancestral lands of the Massachusetts tribe. This tribe of indigenous peoples has given its name to our Commonwealth. We honor and pay our respects to the rich history, culture, and enduring presence of the Massachusetts tribe and their descendants, who continue to inhabit and uphold their heritage in these territories today. And now there are a lot of people to thank. Parents, guardians, and family members who have supported you, teachers and paraprofessionals who have taught and cared for you, our administrative team, Mr. DiLoretto, Ms. Tivnan, Mr. McKnight, and Mr. Darlington, Mr. O'Brien, Ms. Forsyth, who step in with support and leadership to keep us running. Our district leadership, Dr. Homan, Dr. Ford Walker, and our school committee. Our custodial and facilities crew, who are learning to keep this new building running and learning to deal with all of the shifts and changes. We need to pause for a second. Yesterday, because I can't read the weather report, we set this place up for last blast, which means we had the stadium stands out and these carpets covered the entire floor. This morning at 5:30 a.m., we decided to take out half the carpeting, bring out the stands, move everything out for last blast, and put in these chairs. We won't go through all of the other changes, but they get a special round of applause for our custodians. After the students, I think that will be the most heartfelt applause of the day. To our teachers and student volunteers who helped us get ready after the rain. To Ms. Donahue and Ms. Abdelnour, our yearbook advisors and weekly emailers. To your class advisor. To Mr. Knowlton, who has led the graduation team this year. And to our administrative assistants, who make sure that at least I can do my job and know where I'm supposed to be, and who have rallied this month to keep everything running. Ms. Cummings, Ms. Broughton, Ms. Meehan, Ms. Cacavaro, Ms. Angelakis, and Ms. Cuno. And now a little about you. You are the inaugural class of just about everything. For the first time in my 12 years at Arlington High School, we've moved indoors. You are the inaugural class. We are the first time having a major community event, and certainly the first time having graduation in this beautiful brand new gym. You were the first class at Gibbs. You were the first class in phase 1, you were the first class in phase 2, and you were the first class in phase 3 of the building project. We built a temporary pathway to get you from this building to the field for your outdoor graduation. We won't get to use it. At each stage of your education, you have seen how we move parts around and build something new. But throughout it all, we've remained Arlington High School. And you have become, and will soon become, Spy Ponder alumni. By the time we are done with the fields, and then next year resurfacing Pierce Field, we will have replaced every part of this school facility. But at our heart, we will still be Arlington High School. Next year, they will have rebuilt and replaced that temporary bridge. And they will put bricks in with many of your names. If your parents brought you bricks thinking they were going to be there this spring, sorry, they're not there till the fall. But I wanted to talk a little about that temporary pathway. Because one of the things I realized is that throughout this entire process, you've been crossing a temporary bridge to your future. That temporary bridge is what we navigate every day of our lives. At this time in history, we hear a lot of concern about cynicism, fear, and division. And it takes perseverance and courage to cross that temporary bridge. The antidote to cynicism is gratitude. The antidote to despair is hope. The antidote to division is community. And we have and will continue crossing this bridge together. So I wondered, in the brief amount of time I had, what I might do to help. What meaningful message of gratitude, hope, perseverance, and community I could add or have you take care of me. So bear with me here. In 1930, or sometime in the 1930s, an Arlingtonian named Hassel Einzig wrote a fight song for our football team. As we have dug through the various archives of this building, we found many things. It's a great song. I'm curious, how many of you know it? I got a few? Not too many. I know that many on the football team used to know it. But it's about football. Note, the name of the song is The Red and Gray. Our school colors are red, maroon, bright on the red side. Since we have a new building, I thought it was time to update this song and bring it into the future. Something old made new, something we could all sing together. Something that would remind us of the community we have together. Because when we sing together, it's one of those times when we really feel the power of community and the reality of what it means to be a Spy Ponder. So this is an inaugural launch of these lyrics for this song. First, I'll read them with a little explanation. Then our chorus is going to help me out. Are you guys all back there? They're getting in place now. You guys, I asked you if you had your phones. If you pull out your phones, on the back of your program, there's a QR code. If you got the QR code version, I think you can tap on the QR code in there. It's not very long. It's a pretty good song. The arrangement we'll be singing was created by our former performing arts director, Pasquale Tassoni. We cheer today the red and gray. By Spy Pond's shores we rise. From mystic to monotony we sing with ponder pride. With gratitude for all we share and hope for what's to come, we fight until the day is won. Forever, Arlington. You guys ready back there? You guys found it yet? We sing with ponder pride. With gratitude for all we share and hope for what's to come, we fight until the day is won. Forever Arlington. One more time. We cheer today the red and gray. By Spy Pond shores we rise. From mystic to monotony, we sing with ponder pride. With gratitude for all we share and hope for what's to come, we fight until the day is won. Forever Arlington. Everybody, we cheer today the red and gray. By Spy Pond shores we rise. You can do it. With mystic to monotony, we sing with ponder pride. With gratitude for all we share and hope for what's to come. We fight until the day is won. Forever, Arlington. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Janger. The senior band members who performed for us today are making their way to their seats now. They are Daniel Burchuk, Niera Newer Brown, Andy Chung, Gabby Farrington, Solene Fisher, Zach Jarash, Ben Gregory, Muhima Karthik, Hart Cowart, Ronan Miner, Hike Poyen, Maisie Rhines, Theo Strauss, Kayla Timsit, Declan Weininger, Kian Zayed, Evan Zhu, and Annika Ziegler. It is my pleasure to introduce Jane Morgan, Chair of the Arlington School Committee.
I've been following Dr. Janger a lot over the last week or so, and our height discrepancy is significant. I think we're good. I got it. Welcome. Welcome, class of 2025. Perfect. All right. Today we're celebrating a big milestone, one that often comes with questions like, what's next? Or what are your plans for next year? Some of you might be tired of answering those questions so many times, but while those questions matter, they don't tell the whole story, because your plans for next year or next month or next week are just plans. They can change, they can fail, they can succeed in ways you initially don't anticipate. Your plan right now might be college, a job, a gap year, joining a trade union, or something else entirely. It's important to remember that your plans are not the same thing as who you're becoming. Plans answer what, becoming answers who. I'm going to date myself here a little bit. I graduated from high school a long time ago. I went to university. While I was there, I declared and undeclared 4 majors. In the olden times at my institution, you actually had to go to the registrar's office and fill out in triplicate forms to do this each time. I was so committed to changing my mind and changing my plans that I just kept going back and filling out these same forms, but in doing so, I became braver and more focused. Eventually, I settled on a degree, and that new plan led me to meet my husband. In that partnership, I became more flexible and patient. I learned that some people load the dishwasher with a precision not seen since the beaches at Normandy, and some people don't. That partnership found us several years later, deciding really out of the blue to adopt a baby born into my extended family. We relied on our bravery and flexibility to say yes, and it remains to this day the best plan we have ever made. Today, that baby, like all of your babies, is about to graduate from Arlington High School. Today, for all of us, is about the becoming. While the months ahead may revolve around packing and housing and schedules and job requirements and planning, don't overlook the becoming. While you navigate your plans, may you become wiser, kinder, braver, stronger, more appreciative, flexible, patient, and curious. The only certainty is that your tomorrow won't look like your yesterday, and the you of tomorrow won't be the you of yesterday. Class of 2025, you are the very best of the Arlington Public Schools. Yeah, we should clap for that, right? On behalf of the Arlington School Committee and the town of Arlington, who we represent, congratulations. Thank you for bringing us so much joy.
Thank you, Jane, and congratulations to you as well. It is my honor to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Elizabeth Holman.
To the incredible class of 2025, and your family and friends and teachers, congratulations. Today marks an important moment in your transformation into adulthood. And today I want to take a moment to reflect with you on that idea of transformation. Transformation is different than change. If you change something, you alter or modify it, but its core essence isn't different. Like slapping a coat of paint on a wall, change just adds on or takes away. But in contrast, a synonym for transformation is metamorphosis. When something transforms, it takes on a new shape, a new character. It becomes something completely new and different. Not only has the class of 2025 transformed as individuals during your time in the Arlington Public Schools, but so too, as Dr. Jenger noted, have the literal schools in which you were learning. You arrived in Colum, Fusco, and Downs House in the midst of a global pandemic, wearing masks, navigating halls and stairways adorned with marks of a century's worth of students before you. Over 4 years, the class of 2025 has contributed to the social and programmatic total transformation of Arlington High School. You brought to life brand new learning spaces that your community had imagined for you and invested in for you. And you wasted not a single second to make the most of those moments here while clock towers fell and buildings shook beneath your feet. It is my job and my singular privilege every year to celebrate the accomplishments of the graduating class. And this year, I am very proud to be able to list accomplishments that highlight exactly how your class transformed learning in Arlington and here at Arlington High School. Like the classes that came before you, your academic achievements shine very bright. Your class boasts 54 AP scholars, 34 scholars with honors, and 13 scholars with distinction. Among your classmates are 1 U.S. Department of Education Presidential Scholar candidate, 2 National Merit Scholarship winners, 6 National Merit finalists and semifinalists, and 29 National Merit commendations. Yeah, it's amazing. In the class of 2025, 34 of you earned the seal of biliteracy, with 22 achieving that seal on your diplomas with distinction, and that's a new Arlington record. This class is headed to 114 different colleges and universities, both within the US and in Canada, the United Kingdom, and Australia. And some of you will pursue adventures, deciding what your next step will be as you learn new things in Norway or New Zealand, impacting and transforming the whole world. Somehow, there are about 400 of you, but there are 500 athletes in the graduating class of 2025. And don't worry, I'm not that bad at math. It means that a lot of you participated not in 2, but in 3, maybe 4 different sports, while others of you had different interests, managing busy practice schedules on top of your academic and other accomplishments. This class has celebrated 4 Middlesex League Division championships. In wrestling and track, multiple of you won individual state titles. You've embraced new opportunities by competing in Arlington's first official MIAA United basketball game, and you started a United bowling team, Unified Bowling. I have one more list of accomplishments, and it has several bullets, so we'll get through it. This class has also left its mark by transforming and expanding other opportunities at AHS, many of which did not exist until you and your classmates breathed life into them. The student-led, student-coached speech and debate team placed second in the state, with 1 senior achieving national recognition and premier distinction. Our student council earned the Gold Council of Excellence Award, and the mock trial team made it to the final 8 in the state tournament, Arlington's first team to ever advance that far. You have served as mentors to your peers at AHS and in programs supporting elementary school students in Arlington. You've created apps to help your classmates find their classes and post announcements to one another, which is now in use by students all over AHS. I hope there's a plan for making sure that keeps updated. And you hosted the first pep rally and now graduation in the brand new gym. The list of accomplishments is longer than that one, but in the interest of time, I will close by saying that, like all of you, I started coming to Arlington High School every day in 2021 because my office is attached to the high school. And like you, I've spent 4 years wondering which floor exactly is the second floor of Arlington High School, and whether the room number I was looking for was in the new building or the old building or somewhere in between the two. One of your parents once asked me when you were freshmen what it was that kept me up at night about the futures of our kids post-pandemic. And I answered, a part of my answer, was that I thought a lot at the time about those students who were in middle school when the world shut down. That was all of you. My concern was because you were isolated during a time when your social skills were developing and when gaining independence and in-person connection with peers is so crucial to thriving. And while many of you have certainly grappled with mental health challenges or faced struggles feeling belonging or finding your place in this transforming world, I am happy to report, as I look out at this incredible class of 2025, that most of those fears your adults had for your future did not and will not come to fruition. In fact, far from it. This is a class that has persevered through immense and at times terrifying transformations in our world, our country, and the literal floor beneath your feet. Throughout, you have demonstrated how discomfort leads to growth, and growth can lead to incredible and beautiful transformation. So remember, as you head off into your next adventure, how much your community loves you and has provided in order to make your transformational journey possible, and that we can't wait to see how the class of 2025 will transform the world. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Holman. Now, our madrigal singers and choral seniors, led by Mrs. Mara Walker, will perform The Road Home. Our senior singers are Sam Argerbach, Ansley Butler, Anna Christina Severia, Meredith Clark, Melissa Conti, Ellie O'Donnell, Sylvie Dutton, Lucas Fernandez, Jasper Fiorona, Lucia Grunko, Devin Haley, Clara Hillian, Kaylee Jensen, Claire Johnson, Izzy Margolius, Naya Oak, Olivia Sedla, Ruhan Sharma Sonija, Theo Sheldon, Sophie Shen, Ela Solomon, Lila Toolman, Allie Walsh, Eliza White, Kate Weand, Mia Vakic, and Joy Yon. All of that with this Boston accent. Are you kidding? Not easy. Our next speaker is Vishnu Burra, president of the senior class.
Okay, so this first part's actually not from my speech, but after seeing everyone here today, I just want to quickly get a quick round of applause for everyone. We've put in so much work to get here. Now also, I want to do, thank you to the class of 25 for giving me the honor of speaking as your class president here today. I also want to give a special shout out to, as anyone knows, a president is only as good as his vice president. I want to give a shout out to Leo Fritsch. Thank you so much. So, if you don't know me, I'll quickly preface that if you're expecting something short, you haven't met me. So get comfortable, grab a snack, a yogurt, and let's commence this commencement. So, I want to begin with a quote from an esteemed modern-day philosopher and poet of rhythm, Jaquise Berman Webster II. Many of you might know him as Travis Scott, who in 2011, on March 5th, at 18 years old, said, "Remember the name Travis Scott. One day, I will be somebody." Now at 34, you could say he is one of the most acclaimed artists of this century. And I know it's old-fashioned, but I do believe that because he believed in himself at 18, and we can see what happened, we all should believe in ourselves. Why not? And whether it's how others will judge us, or how we wish to be perceived by those we admire, I can guarantee everyone here today in some way has faced the despair of what if. And that's the real killer of dreams, not failure. It's not the failure that keeps you up at night, tossing and turning. It's the what if I tried harder, asked, attempted, wondered, did something different. So I urge everyone in this great class here today to try, even if everyone else expects you not to. Believe in yourself and don't let anyone change that path of yours that you had in mind. For if there's one thing I can say that I actually learned in high school, because I'm not going to be using y equals mx plus b, I would say that no matter what you do, you can't please everyone. And sometimes you won't please anyone. So we'll all feel unfulfilled in some way, and we'll impact others in many ways we can't even imagine. But still, don't let that hinder you from wanting to be a somebody. Now, as Jim Carrey once stated, which I believe encapsulates that idea of hope in oneself perfectly, he articulated that my father could have been a great comedian, but he didn't believe that was possible for him. So he made a conservative choice, choosing a safe job, a secure place as an accountant. And when I was 12 years old, he was let go from that safe job, and our family had to do whatever we could to survive paycheck to paycheck. I learned many great lessons from my father, but not the least of which was, you can fail at what you don't want, so you might as well take a chance on what you do love now. So, what do I mean by that? So, we're so caught up and bogged down by how others view us in the moment that sometimes we forget the reason we do such things that we like. And it's for ourselves. So, do what you love and love what you do. I got that from Life is Good. So, if you fall, fall. You'll rise the better. But never accept a safe choice just to appease everyone else around you. People will always have a problem. And if there isn't a hurdle in your plans, track and field reference, Aiden, there will inevitably be one. So we can't alter what others think of us, so don't let these stop you from moving forward, whatever that forward might be. It's ironic, really, that we spend the majority of our lives trying to fit in, but it's those we idolize who stand out the most. So just go take that risk. Whatever that risk might be, just try it. Because those who wait for the right moment will eventually die waiting. That's morbid, I'm sorry. So how about we go live a little? Now, whether that's taking a gap year, going to your dream school, or even accepting something you didn't initially want, which many of us will have to face, every step will teach us something. As my hero Batman would say, why do you fall? So you can learn to pick yourselves back up again. Now, we need to allow failures to occur. Failure shows that you were brave enough to take that chance. So before we're all old, like, where is he? Dr. Janger, where is he? Somewhere over there. Let's try to live a life we'll remember. So, to conclude, class of 2025, let's run towards, on second thought, I'll save the running metaphors for the guy speaking after me. I think he deserves it more. But instead, I want to just say that, with the advent of AI and computer automated whatnot, Maury would help me out here, my faith is still in people, I guess. And really, I'm happy to say that for the most part, they haven't let me down. Hence why I'm standing here today. And I hope that I haven't let many of you down either. So, through it all, whether that was in the library sophomore year watching the World Cup, screaming as penalty shootouts unfolded, sorry, Mr. McKnight, or first looks at a new building, sprinters going to nationals in track, Nikolai, and more, James Dingman, your grade was present to witness it all unfold as one community. And finally, for me, I want to thank my parents, somewhere over there, peers, my brilliant teachers who helped me so much along the way, like Miss McLean, Miss Tupin, she's somewhere, I don't know. And who shaped the way my life has gone for the better, except Miss Bassett, she did not help me. But for the rest of you, though, truly, and in case I don't see you again, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, class 25.
Our next speaker is Jack Moyer, President of the Student Council.
Thank you, Mr. DiLoretto and Vishnu. If you've ever met me, you know how much I love cross country. At the start of the season, I had D1 dreams, but I hadn't clocked D1 times, which made every race feel like the most important one yet. This passion made it all the more devastating and slightly embarrassing when I pulled my glute in the preseason. So I committed to rehab, and after weeks of PT and hours of cross training, I was finally able to gear up for my first race, where we faced a strong Lexington team that we needed to beat in order to eye a league title. I did everything I normally do before a meet to get dialed in. Oatmeal for breakfast, pasta for lunch, and some race visualization. With more nerves than ever before, I lined up for the race. After introducing our Lexington counterparts to my elbows at the start line, the gun went off. It was a crowded field, and we were jockeying for position. 40 meters in, and disaster struck. I lost my shoe. I had to make a split-second decision. Do I go back and look for the shoe? Or do I go forward, pushing off pavement with just a sock on my foot for the next 3 miles? I was at the front of a fast-moving pack, and if I turned around to look for my shoe, I knew the gap would open up too wide for me to get back. I decided I would keep going. I didn't hesitate or overanalyze the situation. I just made a call and stuck with it. Here's a part of the speech where I would love to tell you about my one-shoed victory, a win sure to go down as incredible AHS cross-country lore. I will tell you, that very sock is hanging right now in Mr. Bowler's office, like a retired jersey. But the sad reality is, we lost this race. I came in last, 20th out of 20 people. And worst of all, my bloody and blistered foot got me sidelined for the next week. Some of you might say, sounds like you committed to the wrong thing. And to that sentiment, I agree. I made the wrong choice. But I can still say that I am proud I committed to the race. Commitments like these are much needed tests of mental fortitude. And I walked, or limped, away knowing I gave it my all. Now I'd like to tell you about a commitment that I made that has a far better outcome, one that led me to delivering the speech today. Freshman year, I impulsively decided to run for a class council vice president. I knew I wanted to get involved in the school in some way, and I felt like I'd be a good fit. But I had really no idea the level of commitment involved. By the end of the first year, I knew I wanted to dedicate my limited free time to student government and mapped out a plan to be student council president senior year. It was a lot of early mornings and a lot of late nights, but I credit student council with instilling in me important qualities such as leadership, hard work, and problem solving. As a council, our efforts have not gone unnoticed by the HS community. Our homecomings, winter crafts fairs, pep rallies, and teacher appreciation weeks have all been a result of the hard work student council puts in and have been a success because of your support. I'd like to thank my fellow seniors on the council for their commitment. Isabella's work with mini grants, using Battle of the Bands to raise money for clubs. Leah, representing our school every other Thursday during school committee meetings. And Elena's work on the Excellence Binder, helping our council achieve Gold Council of Excellence, a statewide recognition for our hard work. Clap it up for them, please. Additionally, Mr. McKnight and Ms. Daggett's guidance as advisors was invaluable and appreciated. I'm extremely grateful to have the opportunity to serve the school, so thank you for letting me see my student council commitment all the way through to graduation day. So my parting message to you is commit. You won't know what works until you go all in. I know the time you guys have put into making your future plans. You've studied hard, taken that one class that was too difficult, trained for your sport, completed your passion project, and volunteered for your community. Now commit to your next adventure. Join that intramural team, take the trip, apply for the job, start that club, register for that class that might break you. Commit to your college, your job, your new life. But take it from me, you might be so sure you've committed to the right thing, like I was about leaving that shoe behind, only to find yourself standing in a metaphorical bloody sock. The school, the job, the gap year, they might not be the right fit. Give yourself enough time to change gears, don't beat yourself up about it, and make a new commitment and find out what lies next in store for you. If you give it your all and you feel like you've made the wrong choice, you won't be left with regrets. Reassess the risk, for God's sake, double knot your shoes, and commit to the next stage of your life. Thank you.
It is my pleasure to introduce our honors speaker, Catherine Wolfson.
Thank you, Mr. DiLoretto, and thank you, Jack and Vishnu, for 2 amazing speeches. Faculty, staff, friends, family, and the Arlington High School class of 2025, I'm so excited and honored to speak before you today. In my AP English Literature class with Miss McLean, the first book we read was Song of Solomon by Toni Morrison. If you are unfamiliar with it, and I won't spoil too much, it's a story with many layers, following the main character Milkman as he pursues a journey of self-discovery. In typical AP Lit fashion, we were assigned to write a one-sentence theme describing the entire novel. What initially stuck out to me was the idea that flight is necessary for true independence. Whether this flight means leaving your hometown, embarking on a journey, or simply changing something that has always been constant, flying away unlocks parts of our lives that we are yet to discover. As we continued analyzing the book in class, it became increasingly clear that Milkman only achieves personal freedom once he steps away from what is familiar. As graduating seniors, we are all about to experience this flight. We are leaving this school, leaving the hallways where one's guaranteed to see a familiar face. We are even flying away from the lifestyles and the routines that we know all too well. And to be honest, some of us have been anticipating this flight since the day we hit the submit button on our college applications. Yet while this flight is inevitable and necessary for our strength as adults and as community members, we're often caught in a cycle of constantly flying towards the next best thing. I am definitely guilty of this. More than once, I found myself thinking, I can't wait for the next tennis season. I'm so excited for summer, or even only a few more months until college. In our school, in our community, and even in our world, there appears to be a constant dialogue about the next best development, the newest item we can buy, the futuristic and seemingly unreachable destination. Sometimes we're so focused on what lies ahead of us that we forget to exist in the moment that we're in. There is no fault in looking ahead or setting goals, even lofty ones. Our future communities, wherever we're going, and the world as a whole need us now more than ever. But we would not be able to embrace this flight without remembering what ties us to the ground. Just like in Song of Solomon, where Milkman uses his family history as sort of a foundation for his entire journey, I encourage everyone here to do the same, to stay connected to those who are close to them, to ask questions or check in, to make plans if a long time has passed. I encourage everyone to remain connected to the routines that bring joy, the activities that bring people together. We would not be able to fly without the mentorship from our families, our teachers, our coaches, and even, and possibly especially, from each other. As Morrison confirms, flight is not just about flying away. It's about remembering those who have kept you grounded. Congratulations to the class of 2025. I'm so proud of us and so excited to see where everyone flies. Thank you.
It is my pleasure to introduce our Vice President, Leo Fritsch.
It is my distinct privilege to introduce this year's faculty speaker, someone whose impact at Arlington High School is felt in every corner of our community. This teacher is known for his incredible energy, charisma, and of course, his speaking skills. He brings not only expertise in communication, but a seasoned perspective on education and the world around us. Even though I have not had the privilege to take his class, this teacher always greeted me in the halls with genuine respect and warmth, treating every student as an equal. That's the kind of teacher he is. Someone who lifts up everyone around him, whether you are in his class or just passing by. And let's be honest, if you have ever walked down the humanities hallway, you always know when his class is in session. The applause you hear is not just noise, it's students encouraging each other as they get up to give their speeches, creating a forgiving environment that makes his class memorable beyond curricula. But do not just take my word for it. His students list, his long list of loyal students and alumni consistently vouch for his class as the most impactful course they've taken at Arlington High, saying that he makes public speaking enjoyable rather than terrifying. One story that stands out is from a student who immigrated here just 4 years ago. For this student, speaking English, especially in front of others, was the most challenging part of adjusting to life in the United States. But this teacher's support and guidance helped them find their voice, not just in class, but in life. And today, we get to experience what his students have been raving about, hearing him deliver a speech of his own. And clearly, I could have learned a thing or two if I had taken his class before this, but there literally could not be a more fitting speaker. So without further ado, please give it up for Arlington High School's public speaking teacher, Mr. Dangle.
That was very cool, Leo. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, if you can't see this hat, it reads Jiggy, J-I-G-G-Y. Please keep that in mind. Dr. Homan, Dr. Janger, respected deans and colleagues, families and friends, and of course, the phenomenal, the peak class of 2025. I am so honored to be here. To celebrate this moment and to offer you a message worth thinking about, I've actually decided to push Shakespeare, Fitzgerald, and other literary bros to the sidelines. Instead, I'd like to draw your attention to a more modern, priceless song lyric that I have shared with many of you literally hundreds of times. I'm talking about a poetic gem so profound, so enriching, it has the power to transform your lives. And I trust it will. So without further detail, ladies and gentlemen, please open your ears and your minds. Yeah, that's right, people. Get jiggy with it. Now, before you music experts out there claim this song's just about a guy partying in Miami, I beg to differ. This lone lyric, in its beautiful brevity, packs more wisdom than most of the books I teach. Allow me to explain. Let me cook for just a minute. You see, to me, jiggy or jigginess is so much more than a word. It's a mindset. It is a life force. And as a group of people I have grown to love and admire, I can tell you, you already have it. But, as my recent accident reminds us, life can be a serious kick in the teeth. Failing a college course, a brutal breakup, losing lots of money on FanDuel. These things happen. But if you let it, that's where your jiggy energy works its magic. Rather than allow misfortune to pin you down or to stunt your aura, let your jigginess sustain you. Let it be your shield of armor. Same goes for mistakes we often make. You guys know the ones. Facing those mistakes, learning from them, yeah, sure, that's all good. That's part of the journey. But wallowing in self-doubt and regret, that is never an option. That's not the answer. Cutting yourself slack, easing up so you can move forward, that's the jiggy I'm talking about. Because in the end, jiggy is perspective. It is about choosing to focus on the positive, both within you and around you, so you can stay positive. And when your vibe is positive, it's so much easier to explore yourself, find your identity. I mean, you guys have literally survived high school, diligently copying one another's worksheets, tweaking countless AI essays, and enduring standardized everything. This next chapter is and should be yours. A time to grow your mojo, to actively feed those energies, those passions that make you, you. That too is jiggy. Escaping that metaphorical box, you know the one, within which you've had to learn, and actually getting real with yourself. For your own sake, Please attack, and I mean attack, the next several years as a way of finding your true self, a means of leveraging your many awesome talents. Cooking in that exploration, really allowing yourself to dial into that jiggy search, will low-key lead to joy you cannot even imagine. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is when Jiggy hits its last and highest gear. A soul-soothing path to genuinely loving yourself. Imagine that. However hard that is to do, and it's grueling for most people, it is possible. Tapping into your Jiggy reserves is the best way to embrace your strengths and to shrug off those supposed weaknesses you think you have. Jiggy means accepting the fact that you are peak human beings, and I mean it. You guys are incredibly substantial, good people, and you make the world a much, much better place. To think otherwise is both defeating and wrong. So in a sense, being Jiggy does require a little courage on your part. A willingness to take pride in yourself. And a throwing away of the point deduction clipboard with which you evaluate yourselves all the time. If you guys can really open your minds, if you can celebrate yourselves and what you already have, then life grows truly awesome. Which brings me right back to my original point. Getting jiggy is so much more than a few random words from an old tune. It is a way of being. It is a choice, a life preserver if you need one, and a clear, uplifting path towards self-worth. It is a reminder that, in spite of the occasional ditch in which you find yourself, you can and you will prevail, enabling yourself to enjoy a long and happy life. So, by all means, guys, please stay jiggy. Continue to share that vibe with others as you did with me when I most needed it. And keep this one essential question in mind. To be or not to be jiggy? You know the answer. I love you guys. I thank you for the memories, and I salute you. All the best.
Next, our class secretary, Gaia Sabo Sarko, will make some very special presentations.
The class of 2025 would like to take this opportunity to thank all the teachers and staff members who have supported us in our journey through the Arlington Public Schools. Each year, the graduates select one individual from each school who has had a particularly memorable impact upon their students. The class of 2025 would like to recognize from the Bishop School, Rebecca Bell. From the Brackett School, Anita Christina Calicatera. From the Dallin School, Ruby Liu. From the Hardy School, Brandon Jackson. From the Pierce School, Crystal Power. From the Stratton School, Janelle Raschuti. From the Thompson School, Siobhan Foley. From the Gibbs School, James Ham. And from the Audison School, Alexander Bergentower. Thank you.
Now, the moment we have all been waiting for all day. Dr. Janger and Jane Morgan will present the diplomas to the class of 2025. This year, Dr. Janger is asking for a moment of silence so we can all listen to the downpour of rain. This year, our readers will be Interim Assistant Principal, Mr. Scott Darlington, and Dean of Students, Paul McKnight.
Vishnu V. Burra.
Jack Anderson Moyer.
Leo Michael Fritsch.
Gaia Rosalia Sabo Sarko.
Zoe Sophia Miller.
Catherine Wolfson.
Daniela Abanto.
Maria Magnani.
Mazen Abukhalaf.
Jack Magoon.
Asahi Adachi.
Kyle McGuire.
Rihash Adhikari.
Manu Mahantharan.
Sam Kenyon Agerbach.
Aurora Majorana.
Samuel Quincy Alexander.
Helgi Nickel Molly.
Josephine Colette Almond.
Harry Cove Malloy.
John Archibald.
Adam Malupin.
Ray Arnold.
Matthew Malupin.
Cameron Christopher Arrigo.
Claire Soraya Mamluk.
Talia Danielle Askenazi.
Roshan Mandel.
Benjamin Lewis Arbach.
Henry Xavier Manti.
John Barr.
Eleonora Monzi.
Ian Raymond Belanger.
Rand Markovsky.
Bo Zink Bendezu.
Isadora Margolius.
Lola Nieve Bendezu.
Lucy Markels.
Daniel Simon Burchik.
Alexander Matos.
Blue Alexander Bernstein Monson.
Nola Rose McCarthy.
Ansley Ella Butler.
Alina McCulloch.
Nev BNA.
Karis Faith McDonald.
Pietro Biancani.
Willa Jean McMakin Marsh.
Sophia Delizia Bishop.
Margot Jane McNally.
Luke James Bodie.
Alexander McNeese.
Stella Bollatini.
Oscar McNeese.
Jonas Alexander Burrell.
Quinlan McNulty Liu.
Nora Botnin Chen.
Annabelle Patricia McParland.
Craig Saniel Branzuela.
Amalia Mead.
Ewan Brewer.
Dylan Thomas Meline.
Miera Noor Brown.
Akil Ali Merchant.
Miles Prescott Brown.
Lucas Messerschmidt Soares Ribeiro.
Emma Grace Buckley.
Henry Fowd Michael.
Quinn Owen Callaghan.
Azari Mickelson.
Nazir James Canty.
Ronan James Miner.
Luis Antonio Carcetti.
Graham Joel McCarthy Minnick.
Thomas Carey.
Samuel Mira.
Christopher Carlson.
Alex Moran.
Nathaniel Rocco Carlson. Gavin Carrero.
Zephyr Lee Blanchard Morgan Zawilski.
Ash Carrero.
Izumi Mariah.
Andrew Joy Carter.
Luke Mowbray.
Cody Lynn Casanave.
Holly Alexandra Moylan.
Julio Chiquetto.
Wheezy Mueller.
Julian Tadeo Camille Cerezo Lazaribar.
Adrita Mukherjee.
Anna Christina Cervera.
Cyrus Nagamwala.
Addison Virginia Chambers.
Leah Naod.
Tanawin Chantana Piche.
Erden Narenbold.
Anderson Chung.
Jacob Elliott Naylor.
Meredith Olivia Clark.
Sophia Elizabeth Newmark.
Nicholas Clinch.
Peter Garrett Bunning Ngoe.
Peter Clordy.
Robert Edward Nigro.
Kira Christine Collins.
Maria Isabel Noakes.
Aiden Connolly.
Katrina Rose O'Hagan.
Jackson Connors.
Ronan Joseph Obadzinski.
Melissa Ruth Conti.
Neha Rohit Oak.
Tess Cook.
Alexandra Lila Olson.
Olivia Cleveland Corbett.
M. Olson.
Libby Marie Corsetti.
Kahili Onishi.
Quincy Crawford.
Kaylin Eve Otley.
Roscoe Jack Crema.
Parker Drew Page.
Angelina Gabriela Cristobal.
Luce Alexandra Paget.
Mia Louise Culhane.
George Christos Papalidis.
Dido Dali.
Hike Papoyan.
Declan William Daly.
Andrew Carl Paratori.
Adarsha Dangle.
Kelsey Ryan Partridge.
Michael Daniel.
Nicholas Pasquale.
Haley Dow.
Giselle Anais Tessa Paus.
Ethan Henry Davis.
Paulo Pemi.
Samuel Davis.
Destiny Pena.
Carl Tendero de Castro.
Mira Joshi Penzi.
Dylan Delaney.
Jonathan Peng.
Ivan Demchenko.
Lorenzo Perez Codonio.
Wesley Demers.
Tessa Marie Peroni Crompton.
Andrea Diliberto.
Benjamin Bruno Pierce.
Eve Sophia Dingman.
Alec Popiel.
James William Dingman.
Emerson Popiel.
Jamie DeTore.
Zach Post.
Sasha Doe McCracken.
Megan Pryor.
Aleo Donlin.
Indigo Shabilsky.
Maxim Dryga.
Kai Dante Querzi.
James Michael Duffy.
Manuela Ramos.
Sylvie Rose Dutton.
Desire Marie Cameron.
Slay Excellent.
Samantha Elizabeth Rao.
Matthias Farrar.
Jessica Resnick.
Gabriella Rowan Farrington.
Anton Marcus Ree.
Sam Bethelazade.
Margaret Grace Rhymes.
Emma Faust.
Alexander Michael Rogel.
Leo Freiberg Better.
Nicholas John Rudolph.
Daniel Noah Felchuti.
Felix Russell.
Leo Thompson Fenalosa.
Bryn Elizabeth Ryan.
Lucas David Kelleher Fernandez.
Jack Michael Sadowski.
Nicholas Owen Ferrara.
Suzanne Baldridge Sager.
Mira Fessenden.
Olivia Ann Elizabeth Sedla.
Maury Finlayson Johnnychek.
Joaquin Samayoa.
Juliana Marie Finn.
Max Christian Sanders Salerno.
Cameron Edward Finney.
Willow Edward Sandlin Brown.
Jasper Wilson Fiorina.
Andres Sandoval Alvarez.
Solene Galatea Fisher.
Victor Santos.
William Henry Flanagan III.
Andrew Michael Scelfo.
Luca Forgione.
Samuel Shiano.
Jonathan Lowell Fox.
David McClellan Schilling.
Lennon Francis.
Charles Anthony Skizas.
Sophia Corrine Francis.
Cecilia Marie Skull.
Alex Franton.
Cleo May Serafini.
Bella Freitas.
Ed Severe.
Liam Vance Gallagher.
Ruhan Sharma Soneja.
Rohan Pritesh Gandhi.
Maya Sheldon.
Isabella Gurray.
Theodore Bridges Sheldon.
Sophia Garay.
Sophie Yoshrang Shen.
Aaron Gast.
Nurbu Sherpa.
Madison Fitzgerald Gavin.
Nikolai Shubachkin.
Anika Ghosh.
Piper Siegel.
Adeline Gilpin.
Jesse Sills.
Zachary Allen Jarash.
Vanessa Simino.
Sophia Lara Goes.
Harkirat Singh.
Moshe Goff.
Avery Irene Smith.
Jake Anthony Gollibin.
Eileen Margaret Smith.
Anna Gonzalez Smith.
Karina Isabel Smith.
Liam Gore.
Sydney Smith.
Sophie Bess Graham Green.
Isla Rachel Kennedy Solomon.
Writer Sophia Gradenius.
Udo Sonnen.
Benjamin Clark Gregory.
Vera Louise Sotelo Newhall.
Mateo Dylan Groves.
Alexander Michael Spengler.
Lucia Grunko.
Amethyst V. Stensick.
Rudy Joseph Hahn.
Theo Johannes Strauss.
Devin Joan Haley.
Taylor Brooke Sullivan.
Jacob Chung Yun Hampton.
Jahangir Akbarovich Subambikov.
Jack Hanley.
Jack Francis Sweeney.
Brody Hannon.
Annika Davin Sturma.
Kai Hare.
Leo Proya Taraski.
Lily Mae Harris.
Henry Tasmer.
Peter Raymond Harrison.
Mia Joanne Thess.
Jackson Gonzalez Hart.
Jayla Thomas.
Gabrielle Hayes.
Lucinda Neal Thompson.
Isabella Hayes.
Linnea Maeve Timko.
Luke McGee Headland.
Kayla Timsit.
Lauren Elise Henneberry.
Aradia Tiparaju.
Clara Hillian.
Emma Ray Titus.
Julie Hillian.
Lila Francis Toolman.
Elizabeth Hink.
Isabella Elena Townsend.
Cassidy Fern Hoppersmith.
Alex Trainer.
Molly Horowitz.
Nico Trapatsis.
Xingnan Huang.
Leonardo Trigianesi.
Fiona Isabel Hari Emery.
Elka Suffolk.
Nathan Irving John Isaacs.
Anthony Lorenzo Uy.
Ella Virginia Jacob.
Mia Park Vakic.
Kajal Elizabeth Jacob.
Nora Amanda Valerino.
David Jagendorf.
Elliot Van Bar.
Isabella Machiko Jardine.
Min Yu Vibonithicorn.
Alvin Genti.
Ilani Sadaya Vic.
Kaylee Bryn Jensen.
Camilla Schneider Wisniewski.
Huida Jiang.
Elise Mary Wagner.
Claire Nicole Johnson.
Lauren Ann Wagner.
Kyle Jolie.
Nathan Thomas Wagner.
Kenan Jones.
Alexandra Jean Janelle Walsh.
Isha Joshi.
Samantha Catherine Walsh.
Greg Jocelyn Simatowski.
Yan Wan.
Finn Just.
Matthias John Workington.
Jos Kamen Van Westen.
Stephen Weber.
Mahima Karthik.
Jonah Oren Weber.
Mahek Katoch.
Miles Daniel Weiner.
Talon Capellas.
Declan Walsh Weininger.
Evan James Kelly.
Eliza White.
Dennis Gerard Keneally.
Haley Grace White.
Alexa Kennedy.
Hannah Callie Whiting.
Horace Kennedy.
Kathleen Parker Weand.
Alina Isabel Kenny.
James Michael Willett.
Elijah Manai Kewanahite.
Fisher Eric Williams.
Addison Eugene Kim.
Shayla Wine.
Hart Rio Coert.
Elena Wisniewski.
Virginia Jean Kyle.
Gabriel Volsky Storting.
Jordan Reese Lally.
Olivia Sophia Wong.
Evangelina Reese Lozon.
Calvin Wood.
Ryan Catherine Lawless.
Gulam Alirithia Woolman.
Gideon Gunn Lawrence.
Thomas Wright.
June Adelaide Lawrence.
Akira Vermeer Yamaguchi.
Sophia Chuli Lay.
Karen Yoda.
Caroline Michelle Leclerc.
Joy Olivia Yontar.
Cameron Michael Levine.
Sol Yudowski.
Sitota Million Levine.
Gavin Robert Eunice.
Ian St. Germain Lewis.
Jack Anthony Zambardino.
John Michael Liggett.
Nicholas Zaragoza.
Giovanni Lingueri.
Kian Zayed.
Joshua Michael Link.
Evan Zhu.
Penny Enrique Linson Meyer.
Annika Rose Ziegler.
JD Lopes.
Alice Margaret Zimmer.
James Lopes.
Andrew Chang Zhou.
Sophia Emma Rolorusso. Isabella Iris Lorero. Miriam Lubachev. Jill Kimberly Lyons. Rianne Nicole Lyons.
We will conclude with our president, Vishnu Burra, and our class treasurer, Zoe Miller, making a special presentation.
Unfortunately, it's just me up here, but I'm honored to present the senior class gift, which will serve as a legacy for this wonderful class and mark the completion of our new school. In collaboration with the town of Arlington, the AHS class of 2025 will be planting a beautiful tulip tree on the newly cleared ground behind this building. While we prepare to move on to an exciting new chapter in our lives, I hope that this tree will serve as a reminder of the strong foundation that we have set down for ourselves here at AHS. As we step boldly into the unknowns that lie ahead, know that the roots of courage, empathy, integrity, and most importantly, friendship that we have created together will always support us as we set out on the journey that awaits. Thank you, and congrats, AHS Class of 2025. And one more thing.
Please join us in moving your tassel
from the right to the left side of your cap. Congrats, we did it!
Congratulations, class of 2025, and thank you all for coming. This concludes our graduation exercises.